I had a friend, she's a really good-looking girl,
Mm.
and she was all in love with this gangster fool, and she had this, other guy that was a banker, good-looking guy, made great money, but she was chasing the gangster fool. She was like, "Man, this guy here, he doesn't even know how to choose where we wanna go eat." The nice guy who has a great career, badass car, this guy lets her back to that part, lets her pick everything. They run over that guy.
Mm.
So I think women like more the masculinity of a man.
So you think that's more masculinity? That I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, basically, it's not that you don't give a but it's just like the way you carry yourself.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Hall Pass Show, where you get a hall pass to talk about some of the uncomfortable conversation that most people avoid. Today's my guest is an OG from LA. He's really good with cars. He does custom cars. I'm a little I suck at this a little bit, but he's gonna give a better introduction for what he does. My man, Mr. Page. We're gonna
How you
call him Page
doing?
One. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, my name is Paige Gamboa. I own a company called Supreme Motorsports. I build cars. I build cars for the stars. I build cars for the hood. I build cars for the dope dealers.
We're gonna cut that out, right? Okay.
But I build cars. My passion is lowriders, but I build everything from Lambos to Ferraris to lowriders to JDM vehicles. We do it all.
So when you say you build cars, are you talking like just wrapping them or adding some type of?
No, we build them from scratch if that's what you want. If your pockets are long, we take them from the bottom, from the rooter to the tutor. We take them off the frame, rebuild them, repowder coat them, make them look like the dealer doesn't even make them like we make them.
Oh shoot! All right, I guess I need to rob a bank for this one. All right, well, that's cool. What's the coolest car you think you ever built?
Well, for me, my coolest car is my 1964 Impala Super Sport convertible. I love that
Okay.
car. It's my favorite car of my collection.
Mm,
So, I mean, there's cooler cars that we have built, but for me, it's my 6'4".
yeah. Would you say before you started you were a car enthusiast or like a car fan, car fanatic?
So I always been a car fanatic.
Yeah.
The way I got into actually building cars for everybody, I was getting tattooed by Mr. Cartoon at the time,
Oh yeah, I heard
and
of that guy.
yeah, he did practically all my tats.
Yeah, you can't see anything on me, man. I'm too dark. I got one over here, but you got to really look in like that. Yeah.
That's right. But, we were hanging out, and when I arrived at his shop, I had a lifted Escalade. Escalades hadn't even hit the streets yet. The
Oh
owner of
shit.
Felix Chevrolet sold me an Escalade a year before, like 6 months to a year before they dropped.
Uh,
I lifted it, I put TVs in it. I mean, we're talking about 1998.
damn.
So, he was like, "Dude, like, you're fucking talented at building these cars. Like, how come you don't open up a shop?" I was like, I don't know. I was in the streets hustling. I was doing my thing. I always build my own cars.
Uh,
It's like, dude, let's get something going. So he drew my first design for my logo,
hmm.
everything, and it just went from there. From there, I've been touching, man, a lot of people's cars.
Nice. So tell me a little about yourself before you even got into this. You said street hustling. Was it the environment you grew up in, or?
We're products of our environment, my brother. We grew up in the hood. We grew up in the streets.
Hmm.
So all you know is the streets,
Yeah.
how to get money in the streets. Nobody ever taught me real estate. Nobody ever taught
Hmm.
me, I didn't like school. I was a kid that, I was like KRS-One. I pull about a G a week. Fuck school,
Yes. Yeah. So I'm from the East Coast.
Right,
You're from the West Coast. We're not enemies, by the way.
right.
And there's some similarities. I don't know. Are you older than me? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 54.
For real?
Yes, sir.
Well, brown don't crack either. But when I was younger, coming from Jamaica as an immigrant, I was raised in the hood, and
Right.
that environment kind of shaped me. So credit to what you said. But martial arts changed my life. It kind of gave me that structure. Was there a turning point for you growing up?
Turning point for me was my kids, my
Mm,
child. I had my first child and it kind of changed me. Me and the mom didn't really get along that great. Then I had my second child, and that's when it really like dawned on me like, fuck, I gotta do better. I gotta get out these streets. I gotta
mm,
make mine a business, you know what I mean? Where I could have the longevity of being out here surviving. We got the risk of being caught and doing forever in jail or getting smoked.
yo. So the kids coming in your life make that a turning point. Now, a lot of people might be hearing that and going, he's becoming a man. What is that to you?
In the streets you grow up thinking about you're hard, you can't let nobody fuck with you, but
Mm,
really that's not the case. I mean,
mm,
the whole thing about being hard is being able to provide for your
your
family
family.
growing up as a man.
Mm. Yeah, so I don't have any kids that I know about. I don't have any kids, and I was never married. But are you married?
I am not.
The way he said it. But you have a lady. You don't have to
I
answer.
do, and I have a new child. I have a 4-year-old daughter now.
Oh, snap,
So
you
I
busy.
started all
Okay.
over.
You start all over again. Damn, okay. Need to work on that pull-out game. All right. So you said that.
For sure. You ain't never lied.
Now, you said something cool. You said, your turning point was for you when you had your second kid. And, people have different points in their life. They don't really have to have a kid where they're like, you know what? The boy always thinks someone is coming to save him, but the man is like, no one is coming to save me. And as a man, it's kind of like taking charge. And as you see nowadays, masculinity is kind of looked at differently. I know I've been to New York, man, and I was hanging out, and when I say I couldn't find a masculine dude, I couldn't. Everyone was just so soft, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" Do you think like, I mean, back in the day it was a little different, and credit to you, you said the environment. Do you see a shift happening recently?
You know what? In the hood, there's never a shift, dude.
Mm.
It's always about being hard and who's the toughest and who's sticking their chest out, you
Mhm.
know? S Gangs in LA, I don't know how New York is, but gangs in LA, I feel like never die. I felt for a while the cops couldn't tell gang members from regular guys because
Mm.
the whole kinda looking like a baller era came in. So back
Mm.
in the day, the gang members looked like me. Then all of a sudden it changed to like these Edgar looking guys and with these weird haircuts and the little frizzy hair. So the cops are like,
We
you know,
can't tell who's
yeah,
who.
I can't tell who's who, but they were super active, still dumping on each other and killing each other. Man, the streets are rough. I don't think that changes.
You don't think that changes? I mean,
No.
for me, I've went back to the hood, and I wasn't really accepted anymore. It's like they're like, "Oh, you think you're better than us?" I'm like, "Yes, motherfucker, I am better than you. That's why I left." But you've often hear a lot of times when people leave the hood and they go back, it's like they either get killed or something happens. They try to help out, and someone just kind of you know take their life in that sense. Um, do you feel like you said you're still in the hood, right?
I mean, I always go back to my neighborhood.
Hmm.
I still have homeboys in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Do you
You
feel like
know,
anybody look at you like that in a
I
sense?
mean, there's always
Yeah.
your haters. You're
Yeah.
always gonna have somebody that doesn't like you. I don't care where you go,
Yeah.
whether it's Hollywood or the hood. That's
Mm.
it's always somebody against you because of jealousy. I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I wish everybody could say, yeah, yeah, fucking Paige is dope. Like, we love that dude, but there's
Yeah.
motherfuckers that don't like me.
Ain't that funny? I recently saw this video and it was showing that as a kid, especially as a baby, you see these little ones, how you just encouraging them. Maybe when you had a baby, it's like, come on, you can do it, you can walk. But as an adult, you're like, you suck. It's so easy as an adult to tell someone they suck. But as
For
a
sure.
kid, we're so encouraging, and, not everyone wants to keep that same atmosphere. And again, as I get older, I fought for so long. And to me, every day is a fight. Waking up
Mm.
is a fight. Doing what I love to do is a fight. Um, can you tell me one of the fights you ever had where you know it just sucked internally?
The only thing I fight is weight loss, dude. That's my battle. When I was a kid, I used to watch TV, and I remember seeing Kirstie Alley on TV saying, "I have a problem. I fight this weight loss."
Wait,
That's the
Christy
only
Alley?
Kirstie Alley
Is that
from
before my time?
Cheers, I think. She was a yeah, well, I'm older than you.
That's before my time.
But yeah, I heard her say one time on TV, said that she battles weight loss, and I thought it was the
Mhm.
stupidest shit ever.
It's a
And
choice.
now that's what I battle. I went vegan a year ago.
Mhm,
And I dropped a shit ton of weight. Then I
mhm.
started eating fried foods and started
Yeah.
I fixed myself one way, fuck up the other.
Yeah. I mean, the food here is a little bad in my opinion because I've traveled
Definitely.
outside the country. I was in Italy and I ate food where I was losing weight. Where over here you got to eat healthy to lose weight, and over here they just fed you everything. I'm eating bread, cheese, drinking milk, and I'm fine. So obviously something is over here in the food.
Definitely here in the food. I feel like the food out here is so addicting, dude.
And it's
Like,
making us stupid, man. I really think because sometimes I be having some conversation. I'm like, my man, are you thinking, bro? Like, what did you just say? And you are a product of what you eat. You know, you are
of
what you
course,
eat.
of
If I
course.
eat a pizza, I feel like I feel like a pizza. I feel sloppy and cheesy and
Definitely.
whatever the fuck else a pizza feel like. Tell me about your kids. You know, you said you have two. I know you have one on the way, but
No, I have one already. She's 4 years old. That's
okay.
baby Paige. My first son
Baby
is
Paige.
little Paige.
Little Paige.
Little
Okay.
Paige, and I got baby Paige and little Paige.
Ah,
And
that's cute.
I'm
That's
like
cute.
George Foreman, all the pages, right? All the Georges.
Yeah, dude.
Then I have my son Aaron. My first son, I didn't really raise like that.
Mm,
Him and his mother had we had issues, so they kind of went their own way. We
mm.
actually just reconnected about a year ago, or maybe about six, almost a year, I would say.
Was it more for him that you connected, or just
You know what? I've been trying to connect with him, but it wasn't happening. You
how do you
know,
feel?
I mean, you know, women, dude. You know, there's always some bullshit. So,
Yeah.
you know, finally we connected. He reached out to my son, Aaron.
Mhm.
Aaron calls me one day and said, "Hey, Dad, guess who reached out to me?" I said, "Who?" He said, "Paige." I'm like, "Paige? Like little Paige?" He was like, "No, my brother Paige." I said, "What do I do?" I said, "Call him, dude. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's
Let's
cool.
kick it." So they kicked it first, and you know, it took them a few days to call me, and I was kind of like, "What the fuck? Why is this dude not calling me?"
Uh,
Finally, we talked. I told him, "Man, I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you. I wanted to be there for you,
uh,
but it just, you know, wasn't working that day. That way, I mean."
yeah. Man, that's cute, man. Especially when they haven't seen each other for a long time, and all three of you involved. Like my dad, he's in Jamaica, and I was telling a friend yesterday that I wanted my dad to be my dad, and I have a lot of father figures. But me and my dad weren't as close when I left. But in Jamaica, man, he whooped my ass. He would do all these things. But when I came to America, we got separated for a while. He kind of lied to me and about some things, and we stopped talking for a while. And I didn't have him as my dad, but I had a lot of father figures. How important is that to have that father figure in your
Yeah,
life,
you know,
especially for your kids?
my dad was awesome. My dad was my best friend growing up.
That's cool.
So I kind of made it the same point as with my son Aaron to we
Mm.
were best friends. Like me and him bond so tight through the cars. He's a big car dude.
Oh,
Like,
he is.
no man, he's
Besides the
huge into
UFC.
cars. Besides the UFC, I don't think he's a fighter. I mean,
Yeah,
he's a real estate agent now. He graduated from
a
college, did
smart
his
guy.
thing. Yeah,
Okay.
smart guy. He was like,
Yeah,
I wanted
forget
him
the
to be a
fighting.
lawyer. Hey,
Yeah.
be a lawyer, son, so you can protect your daddy. He was like, Dad, I like money, dude. Like, I want to help people. He's a
Dad, I
real,
like
he's
money.
a humanitarian. He likes to help people.
That's
He wants
cool.
to, you got a lot of dudes that are shady and try to beat
Yeah.
people out their money. No, this guy is super solid, honest. I've always taught him that from the beginning. Like
Uh,
every time, like I got him into the hop game. So the hop game is pretty like rough. It's a lot of trash talk between each other.
uh,
So, every time he'd hop these grown ass men, and these are all ex gang members, I'd be like, "Hey, go shake his hand." So after he busts their ass, he'll go over there and shake their hand. Hey, good hop.
oh
You know what I
shoot.
mean? So they'll trip out. So he's been hopping his car since he's 11 years old. He's 26 or about to be 26 this year.
Damn. So
So
how old is your oldest son?
my oldest son is 27.
Oh, okay, and your second
Yeah,
one is 26.
yeah, he's 26.
That's cool. Oh,
Yeah,
they're so
so
close.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
very close. 3 baby mamas.
Oh, separate. Oh, okay.
I'm like
Okay.
a little slut out there.
Listen, man, I had my days. What am I saying? I'm 40. I'm still having it. But, women, I often hear they're always, their mind sometimes not as strong as their feelings. I feel like women, um, their feelings get in the way because they're loyal to it.
They're emotional creatures.
They
Women,
are, and it's beautiful. I have a
no,
mom and I
definitely.
love her to death. I have two sisters, and I oftentimes find myself seeing women loyal to their feelings. And once I start to understand that dynamic, I start to be more precise. And I know a lot of men, they cater to this in a sense of, all right, honey, I'll do what you say. Like, my coach, he's gonna kill me for saying this, but like he loves his wife to death and they're a fantastic couple. But, it's just a different dynamic sometimes that I see how some men just a happy wife, happy life. I don't wanna go through the bullshit. I don't want to deal with it. If she's happy, then the world is calm. How do you feel about that?
The honeydews.
The honeydews?
That's what they call it. Honey do this, honey do that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what that is. I'm not married. The
I
honeydews.
mean, you always gotta, please your woman at home one way
Yeah.
or another. For me, I have a whole brand new family.
Mhm.
So she just bumped into something that I already had going on. I'm a busy guy. I got this going on, that going on. So
Mm.
she's there with me, but they also feel like neglected as well because, I'm running
Yeah, they're all
around
about affection and
24/7.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of rough for them, especially for a woman like that. I feel like every woman wants a dude that 9 to 5 goes home, sits down, plays with the baby,
Uh,
hugs her, kiss her, I love you, baby." But then they live regular. Who wants to live regular?
I oftentimes feel like women, they say, first of all, I'm just going to say this. The same woman that says, you need a job, you deadbeat son of a bitch, is the same woman that says, you're working too much. You need to spend time with me. It's like, that shit makes no sense. Like,
Dude, you can never satisfy a woman. That that's you can never win, dude. You can't live with them, you can't live without them.
you can't live without it. You can't kill him. But,
Okay.
and we'll be right back after these messages. No, no, no. I love women, man. I think
For
they're great,
sure.
but I've been in some situations, some relationships where, like not too long ago, this girl, I was telling her, listen, you're used to men bowing to you and you can't control me. And they get all offended when they realize that, oh, I can't manipulate this guy. Like, no, bitch, you cannot manipulate me. Because they're manipulators. They do it so easily without even
For
realizing.
sure, for sure. They feel like the pussy is the power. The power of the pussy, you've heard that, right?
I've heard that. And
For me, it's not like that. I don't feel like that.
yeah.
I feel like I'm the man, I'm the more masculine. I'm gonna lead us.
Mm.
Sit back, relax. I'm gonna take you where you have to go. You're gonna drive what you need to drive. You're gonna spend how you want to spend, but let me lead. You get me? Like
Hmm.
a lot of women feel because of their beauty, they could run the show.
Yeah.
But I don't give a shit if I had Kim Kardashian. It ain't going down, you know?
I, I don't know if I want Kim, man. You
Yeah,
should
I don't
be,
want Kim neither, but it's an example.
yeah. Be hanging out with all the brothers and fucking them up. Not me, girl. You will not get this black guy. Um, I often hear so many different types of thing about masculinity, and it's been changing so much. And I personally feel it needs to be realigned. You said something important. You said a man shows up. That's what we're supposed to do. I don't complain. All right, honey, this is what you want. Here you go. You want to do all this? Here you go. But I'm busy. I got to work. I got to do all this stuff. And I personally think when a man can stand his ground and be like, all right, well, I'm leaving then. If you're going to give me this bullshit, I'm out. To me, that's a man because you're not putting up with some bullshit.
Can't, bro. Cannot put up with bullshit.
Yeah.
Not if you wanna be a real man,
Yeah.
then, you got guys that just fold and do whatever women say.
Mm.
They just fold. I got a buddy that owns clubs, owns this, owns that, and when it comes to his woman, he bows down, but when it comes to his staff and everybody, man, that dude's no fucking joke. He's, like, firm and,
Mm.
runs the show, but at home, he's a big pussy.
We won't say his name. Um, why do you think that is? Why do you think some men are just so? I'm gonna bow to you, sweetie.
Submissive to women? I would say it comes from home, dude. What
Yeah.
your dad taught you. Yeah,
You
I
think dads taught to teach
I
that?
mean, they've had to have watched that somewhere. I didn't watch that shit at home, that's for sure. My dad was cool. My dad was
Yeah.
super chill like me. Like, he was like exactly like I am.
Yeah.
You could only poke the bear so much. After you
Yeah.
poke the bear, then it's on and cracking, dude.
I mean, at that age span, especially from 3 to 7, a lot of kids they absorb and they're learning. So whatever they see, that's why a lot of kids have trauma. Um, I when I watched my dad, I didn't see him like hurt my mom or anything. I just know he was always busy, always leaving. And my mom never remarried after that. She was single. She's now what, 80? And the last time they were together were 94.
Wow, that's
So
amazing. That's
yeah,
awesome.
so she's never. Plus, I would have been weirded out to see my mom with another dude. I'd be like, "What's up, bro?"
I
But my mom has never remarried. But my mom, in a sense, had to take over. She had to kind of wear the pants because when I came to America as a kid, I was what, 13, and she kind of had to take over. And she taught me all these things of how to be to a lady. Opening the door and a gentleman and all this stuff. And I think I was talking about this either yesterday or the other day, and I said I did all the right things, and I ended up here. And then I said, screw that, I did all the wrong things and I ended up here. And I'm like, wait a minute, am I the problem? If I do the right thing as a gentleman, women will get bored of that, right? Because you're the what? You're the nice guy.
definitely. Nice guys finish last.
Yeah, but a woman said to me that a nice guy's going to finish last because, when they get to a certain age, that's what they want.
You know what's crazy? Thinking about that, I had a friend, she's a really good looking girl,
Mm.
and she was all in love with this gangster fool. And she had this other guy that was a banker, good looking guy, made great money,
Mm.
but she was chasing the gangster fool. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why would you do that? She was like, man, this guy here, he doesn't even know how to choose where we want to go eat.
Who, the gangster?
No, the
Oh,
the
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 nice guy.
banker,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
nice guy, the good-looking guy. The other
Yeah.
guy's all tattooed, ugly motherfucker, you know what I mean? But she's loving that dude.
Yeah.
The nice guy who has a great career, badass car, this guy lets her back to that part, lets her pick everything. They run over that guy.
Mm.
So I think women like more the masculinity of a man.
So you think that's more masculinity? That I don't give a fuck.
I yeah, basically, it's not that you don't give a fuck, but it's just like the way you carry yourself. Certain guys carry themselves different. As I can tell, you're like the I don't give a fuck guy like me.
I don't
Like,
give a fuck. Classy. I classy
but
don't give a fuck.
yeah, but
Here's a fuck. Psych.
but exactly, you know what I mean? That's exactly what it is. I don't
Yeah.
think women respect a nice guys like that.
Yeah, I agree, man. And I've been in those situations where I got my heart broken. The last relationship was a complete narcissist. I don't know if you know what that is.
Oh, of course.
Man, it's like when you go through it, you can't unsee it. And when she realized that she couldn't control me, and all I said to her was this. I said, listen, men have a financial clock and women have a biological clock. And I want to become a better version of myself. I'm not where I want to be financially. I don't know what I really want. So let me just get my shit together. Just give me some space a little bit. And she was like, I'm nervous about this. Maybe we both can come back from this because, I love you more than my ego and I have ego. We both need to work. I'm like, oh, this girl's perfect. Next day, like nothing happened. I texted you prematurely. I can't do this. And yeah, good luck with your life. Da da da. Da. And I was like, wait, what? And I'm spiraling like, yo, what happened? What are you talking about? What? Cheats on me, go sleep with a dude and a girl. I'm not going to say her name, but you know who you are, bitch. And she did all this shit and then smeared my name and made me look like the bad guy. I had to see a therapist. It
Wow.
really fucked me up. And,
She should have invited you with the girl, not the guy.
she should have, right? Bitch. But, I just remember losing myself at that time. And I feel like a lot of men, we go through these stages where we have to kind of shed our skin, and become a better versions of ourselves. Was there a moment like that for you?
No.
Maybe not the same shit that I went through.
Man, it's just the topic about women and masculinity is, women every woman is different, dude.
Yeah.
Like, with Aaron's mom, my son's mom,
Mhm.
the middle one.
Yeah.
His mom was I don't give a fuck either,
Yeah.
you know? She was good-looking girl, but she didn't give a fuck, but I think I didn't give a fuck less, and that's what she loved about me.
Mhm.
I was more masculine, and I think that type of woman, that's the type of guy she needs. I
Yeah.
think her guy now, she remarried, and I think her guy now is masculine as well,
That's good.
she needs to be controlled. So
Oh.
I feel like women look for that.
Mhm.
Maybe you have your women that aren't like that, but most women need control, dude. They
Mhm.
they they look for a man as a leader.
Yeah.
If they lead their shit, a woman with money, more money than you, that's a different kind of woman. I've
Yeah.
dated women like that,
Yeah, me too.
and they want to be in control. And
Yeah.
come on, bro, that's not happening. I don't give a fuck how much money you have,
Nah, bitch. Nah.
But that's what it is. I think with women, if they're providing, they're gonna treat you like a bitch.
Mm.
And if you're providing, you're not gonna treat your girl like a bitch. You're gonna just be the leader and do what it does. But women are different, dude,
They're
when it
they're
comes to
different.
that.
So what are the things we can teach our young men these days to keep that masculinity, And it doesn't have to be aggressive. I think it's just remaining true to yourself.
Definitely. I think my son now, he's very masculine. He does what he wants.
Mhm.
As long as you're a good guy, you're not out fucking every bitch in town, and you're a solid dude. And if a girl can recognize that, then she won with that guy. For
Mhm.
instance, my son is a great kid. He's not a cheater. He's not. I was a piece of shit growing up. I mean, dude, but I saw my dad doing that to my mom. My dad
Ah.
was always cheating on my mom. My dad would take me places
Oh
to
shit.
go see other women, and he's like, "You better not tell your mom." You know what my mom would do, dude? The reason I think I kinda grew up fucked up too, was my mom would ask me like, "Hey, where'd he take you?" "Oh, he took me here." I would go scratch cars, I would go put sugar in tanks, I would go burn cars, like, this is my mom taking me to go attack my dad's bitches, dude.
Damn.
So, you
Damn.
know, moms moms was a G. My grandmother was a G. My grandmother reminds me of, remember, don't drink, while
Drinking the juice.
yeah,
Drink
juice in the hood.
juice in the hood.
Yeah, you remember the grandma on there?
Um.
She
Oh.
pulls up in the '63, "What up?"
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
she
I
pulls
vaguely
up, "What up,
remember. Yeah.
nigga?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah.
dude, that was my grandma.
That
My
was your
my
grandma.
grandma used to walk to the store, get tall cans of fucking malt liquor, kick it on the couch, watch TV with a cigarette, burn my aunt's couch on the edge, and be like, my tia would be like, "Mom, what are you doing?" She's like, "I don't give a fuck. I raised you," in Spanish. I made this family. My grandma was a G, dude. I would be kicking it with my neighborhood, meaning my gang at my
Yeah.
house, kicking it. My homeboys, my grandma would be faded, come up and slap them in the face. Like, my grandma was a fool, dude.
She
My
did she
grandma was
accepted
gangster.
like you said you were gang affiliated.
Yeah.
How was that introduction? Did she approve of it? Did she didn't
Hell
care?
no. They didn't approve of none of that shit. But I didn't give a fuck, dude. I used to come home, I'll set my pistol on the counter. My mom's like, "What the fuck you're doing? Like, why are you leaving this here? Your sister's right here." But
Uh,
at the same time, I'll be in the neighborhood kicking and I'll be like, "Fuck, I forgot my gun. Mom, can you bring the gun to the hood?" Like,
Can you bring the
mom
gun
would
to your
bring the
hood?
gun to the hood. I'd be like, "You want me to get shot or you want me to protect myself?"
Damn.
So
Mom, can you bring the gun to the
moms for reals, my mom was a rider, dude.
Yeah.
I love my mom to death. Rest in peace. My mom
Oh, your
passed
mom
away.
passed. So
Yes,
okay.
she passed away,
Condolences.
but mom was a rider, dude. She whatever I needed to do, if
Uh,
it was in the hustle game, whatever, she stand right by me. She didn't like it. She hated it. I was a
yeah.
graffiti writer as well.
Uh,
So I was used to terrorize the neighborhoods. My mom, we lived in LA. Me and my homeboy Jimmer would go tear up everywhere. My mom worked in Century City at William Morris.
uh,
So they used to serve the food for the lunches.
okay.
On the way there, her and my aunt used to drive there, and she's like, "Look, Paige, 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 Paige." My mom come home crying. "No, I bet your aunt told me your name's everywhere." I didn't give a fuck, dude.
Man, this is some cool shit. So like hearing all this stuff now, looking back, is there something you could have told your younger self?
I wish I didn't blow my money the way I did.
Mm.
And that's when I started having real money. I wish I would have been smarter. I wish somebody could have guided me into real estate and shit like that because I'd probably own 200 pieces of property around Los Angeles. Other than that, I lived LA, every part of LA, from selling dope on the streets, from riding dirt bikes on the streets, from graffiti to gangs. Like, I've done everything that is LA. The riots. Remember the Rodney King riots?
Oh yeah, I wasn't there, but
I was
I saw
there.
that shit.
And that shit was fun.
I saw that shit, but
That shit
damn.
was crazy,
Did
dude.
you partake in
Oh,
any?
of
Oh, you
course.
did.
Oh, yeah. My mom, the first night, she was like, "You better not leave the house. You better not leave the house." Yeah, right. Come 11 o'clock, snuck out the window. Me and my homeboys were gone. Dude, we were gone for 2 days.
Damn.
LA was like a war zone.
Was it like? And correct my ignorance. Was it like? It was a Korean. No, it was the cops. It was
It
the
was the
cops.
cops that beat the shit out of
Yeah, yeah,
Rodney
yeah.
King.
I was thinking about another one with the Korean lady who shot that kid because there was a riot after that too, right?
Yeah, not like this
Not like
one
the
though.
Rodney
No,
one.
Rodney King riot.
Hmm.
That shit was like a fucking movie,
I
dude.
remember seeing it on TV, but was there more people going after cops or just like white people or?
No, they weren't going at shit. They were just having. As for me, we were having fun. All the Asian cats would write, "This is a black-owned business." All the liquor stores black-owned, tagged on the wall. But
Yeah,
in all honesty, it was just like everybody was just worrying because they were like, "Fuck the cops." We weren't fighting the cops. We were out there just
just having fun.
having fun, grabbing shit. It was like a free for all out
Yeah.
there, dude. I don't know if I'm incriminating myself, but this happened years ago when I was 18. But yeah, like it was pretty insane. I wasn't fighting for Rodney King, dude. We were out there fucking having a blast.
Oh damn. So so like, the era we grew up in is completely gone. I mean, I grew up in the 90s. I still love the 90s. Do you remember a time where you had to kind of adjust to the new era? I feel like after COVID things changed.
Things changed as where people didn't want to work.
Yeah.
Like everybody, I had a print business. Had a successful print business. I would do a shit ton of vehicle wraps, Panda Express, trade shows, complex cons. I would do all this, and we didn't have that for 3 years. I lost that business
Hmm.
because there was no money. And right when we came back, everybody didn't want to work. Everybody was like on some lazy shit. I guess
Yeah.
because they were getting free money the whole time. A
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of my
yeah.
employees started their own businesses. Like it's just like just freaked me out the way everything changed. Like everybody was more about their self. I guess they woke them up.
Do you feel that's a bad thing in a sense to look out for themselves?
I don't. I mean, everybody's entitled to
Yeah.
to to win. You know what I mean? I'm not mad. The sun is for everybody. I always say that. I
That's nice. I
never
like that.
feel competition.
Yeah.
I never feel like, oh, that guy sells more than I. The way I see it is like how you put together, how you move, how you advertise, how you maneuver.
Mhm.
So do I feel it's a bad thing? No, I don't think so. I think it's a great thing.
You ever left the West Coast? Have you like been to New York?
I've been to New York. I don't want to say with who because I guess his name's bad right now.
Oh
But
shit.
I was out in New York with him, and
Can we hear that? Is it Diddy?
it is Diddy.
Oh, it was?
It was
Oh
Diddy.
shit. Yeah, we're gonna cut that part out.
But
Okay.
I worked with him a long time, and kind of fucked up. We can't tell the story, but I was involved with this whole thing called a navigator with Sean John. So you know how
Mm.
they have the Eddie Bauer edition
Yeah, I remember Eddie Bauer.
Fords.
Yep.
So we were gonna do a Sean John navigator.
Mm.
So we hooked it all up, this, that, and then they got into the shootout, and Lincoln was like, "Let's cut that shit out." We were in talks with 50 Cent about doing a G Unit Hummer, all kinds of different shit.
Damn.
So I was in New York quite a bit. I got to I went to Jay-Z's club. I sat with
Is that
Jay-Z.
40/40?
That 40/40. It was
Man, I
dope,
remember that.
dude.
Yeah, I remember that club.
I sat down with Jay-Z, Bruce Willis, Warren Sapp. We're all at this table, and they're all looking through my book, all my cars, all the shit that I built, and I was like, "What the fuck? I can't believe I'm sitting here." Even LeBron James was there. LeBron
Nice.
James was a kid. He wasn't even supposed to be in there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was pretty
Well,
dope.
now we know who you are, bro. Um, that's cool though, man, that you did all that. I mean, there were moments too for me, like when I became a little successful in fighting, the fame and people taking pictures, and I felt weird. And as someone from New York, someone approached me like, "Yo, back up off me, son." Like not everyone we're not used to that. And the fame was just weird for me. Did you ever feel like that? Like the fame was just like new?
No, no, I never. I've never got starstruck. I've
Mm.
never been a star fucker. You know what I mean?
Star fucker.
I
What's a star fucker?
people that get all crazy when they see somebody. So, I mean, there might be kids that see you and they're like, go crazy, like, oh, let me get an autograph. I've never
Oh,
felt
that's
like
a
that.
star fucker?
That's a star
Get the
fucker.
fuck out of here. I didn't know that. Okay, you learned something new. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they can't stop talking. I've never been
Yeah.
like that. I've always felt like we're all equal. We're all
I
men.
like that, man.
You know,
I like that.
I recently. I don't want to say recent. Maybe about a couple years ago, I did a Urus for Kanye.
Mm.
And, I met Kanye. Kanye was cool. He was quiet, a little bit different kind of guy. Had his
Yeah.
headphones on. He walked up to me. Hey, what's up, man? Great job. Blah, blah, blah. Chopped it up for me for a second and kept on walking with his headphones
That's
and was
what's
on the
up.
phone. But, you know,
Has there ever been a celebrity you met where you're like, oh shit, but you kept it cool?
I think I felt like that when I met Jay-Z. I
Ah.
was like, oh shit, like that's Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And same guy took me to meet him that when we were at that club. And that was
Yeah.
that kind of the oh shit moment. But then I sat down with Bruce Willis. So
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis was at that table. He was looking through my
The
books.
fuck
Like,
is he doing there?
he was at the club, dude. At the end of the
Damn.
day, everybody parties together.
That's cool. That could have been a cool ass photo right there,
Oh, that
man.
would have been
Bruce
a
Willis
sick
in
photo,
there.
but it wasn't no Instagram them days.
Yeah.
There was Instagram them days, I'd probably have 1,000,000 followers.
For real, man. You feel like social media changed a lot, especially for young
Social
men?
media changed the world, dude. Are you kidding me?
So easy,
That's
right?
that's the new boulevard. You don't have to have a store anymore. You can just have Instagram and they're gonna reach out to you.
And blow up. You can be famous. Now TikTok now is
Famous,
the
like,
thing, right?
you don't have to have that anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
Instagram is a life changer for everybody, and not just Instagram, social media, period.
Yeah.
TikToks, Facebooks, like, that
Yeah.
changed the world, definitely. Now you don't need a dating app. People go to dating apps for what? You got Instagram. Half of the girls on there showing their ass.
Yo, I don't know what's my algorithm. I must have looked at one half naked girl on Instagram. Now my whole fucking feed is always half naked girl for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I try to stay away from that because if I'm scrolling, my girl be like, "Well, what the hell you been looking at?" So I gotta I don't I try to hold respect for my girl at
Yeah.
home. It's my girl's really good to me. She's a good girl, so I don't try to disrespect her like that.
Mhm.
How I was before, I was like, "Let me try it this way."
Mhm.
Before I was bad, dude. You know?
Yeah.
Now I changed all that up, and with my new girl, I'm like, "Dude, I did it this way. I have to do it this way now, and a whole 'nother way." You know what I mean?
Did she say something to make you do that, or was it just over time?
No, it was just me. I felt like I gotta grow as a man.
Mhm.
That masculinity change. You
Mhm.
know?
It changed over time.
Yeah, you gotta change as an adult. As you get older, you change
Oh
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before I used to drive everywhere going 100 plus miles an hour. Now I'm
Slow
lucky to
down.
be doing 75.
Yeah, I feel like I take more grace now. I'm into classic things, classic cars. I'm looking at an old school 2000 BMW.
Nice.
I got a Range Rover, even though everyone told me not to get one, but I still got one. Damn it! But I like classics because classics says it's something you have to take care of. There's value in it. You have to be patient.
Definitely with classical, you can't go wrong either. It's like
Mm,
artwork on wheels. You enjoy them and they
mm.
grow every day. They make money every day. So maybe you don't get rich overnight, but if
Yeah,
you hold it for 20, 30 years,
yeah,
makes money. The newer cars are like disposable. The new Range
yeah,
Rovers, they turn
yeah,
into buckets before you know it. I
yeah.
remember in 2003, I bought a BMW 745.
7 Series.
7 Series, that was the first ones. I thought I was the man, dude. We had these 22s specially built for my car. They were the first deep dish wheels.
Mm.
Dude, 50 Cent came out on Dub Magazine featuring my car like it was his car because, that shit's Hollywood at the end of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
day.
yeah.
But I thought that was like dude, I paid 100 grand for that car, and now you see them, they're like 2,500 bucks,
Ain't that crazy?
$1,000.
That's crazy, man. Like
Insane, dude.
time changes a lot, and I'm learning that, especially with people, it's all about character. Because there's friends and family members I've known that changed over time, and then there's some people where you haven't talked to them in decades and nothing's changed. You have anybody like that in your life?
Yeah, some of the homies in the hood don't change. They
Yeah.
wanna continue to live that gang life,
Mm.
doing drugs. I got cousins that are in jail that just got out from doing, 17 years and went back. I had another cousin, same shit. Like, some people live that life. It's almost, I see the gangs almost like the military.
Hmm.
Like some go to the military and come out and they're done, right? And some stay living in it.
Oh shit! I never.
Yeah,
That's
so I
great.
mean that's how I see it, you
Yeah.
know? Some want to keep gang banging, be a part of the hood and live that life.
Yeah.
Some grow up.
Man, you got an interesting life, man. I love the story about you and stuff like that. I know your kids are very important to you, and you said something really important that, with the time that's changing, you had to evolve with it. And I feel like there's different stages of being a man, and you're probably at another level of doing that. Your lady's younger than you, or
Yes, my lady is 32 years old.
you
My
go,
new
brother.
lady. Yes.
So you get them young. So, do you feel that's a different type of factor? Because I've dated a 22-year-old, and it's different.
Definitely different.
Yeah,
It's different. It was especially coming from, so when all that happened for me, it was during COVID.
yeah.
So there was no going out, there was no nothing, none of that. So when I started talking to my girl, you know, it was just like there was no going out. So she was so cool. She treats me really good.
Mhm,
And having a younger girl is really different.
mhm,
It wasn't my plan,
mhm.
but.
Do you feel like it's better than what you previously in the past? The age factor makes a difference in how they treat you, that from that masculine standpoint?
I think no. I think every girl is different. I think there's younger girls that are fucking psycho. It just is what it is, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it has to do with age with women. I think there's older girls that are psycho now.
Yeah.
So I just think it's their upbringing, maybe daddy issues, maybe, I don't, they got touched. Like, it's always has to do something, but some women are just off the hook, dude.
Nice. All right, I leave you with this. What's the greatest thing about your life today?
The greatest thing about my life is my family, dude. I love my family.
Mm,
I want to be there for them. I want to support them. I want everybody to be comfortable, you
that's
know,
nice.
not worry about anything. I
Yeah.
think, that's my happiness. Seeing them happy makes me happy.
Your family is a big thing for you right
Big
now.
thing for me. Yes. And always been.
Yeah. And what title, if you had to give this, what title would you give this chapter in your life today?
Man, that's a really good question. You know what? I don't even know how to answer that question.
If you don't know right away, that's all right. Maybe you can take it home and answer it for yourself later. But
Definitely. I don't know
yeah,
how, I mean, just happiness for my family. I think that would be my title, to be honest with you.
that's cool, man. Well, man, Paige, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. You really share some insight. It's good to meet someone that's a great representative of cars. I don't know too much about what you do, but I'm a car enthusiast and I
Oh,
love
are you?
classics. But
You gotta come check out the shop.
I definitely do.
We also got a show that's we're trying to put together. Maybe we could interview you and your car.
Oh shit. Okay, say no more. Say
Yeah,
less. Thank you, man. Thanks for being
man,
on
I
the show.
appreciate you,
Appreciate
man.
you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the show. Make sure you like and subscribe today.